When I think of design and innovation at Duke, I think of growth, challenging the status quo, and then innovating of what we already know to what we can know.
I think design and innovation is really being creative, using things that you've experienced and solutions that maybe not everyone might think of, but something that means something to you that you feel really passionate about.
Design and innovation really embodies the very ethos of the School of Engineering. We see it as a tool for training future engineers to go out and develop novel and transformative solutions to societal problems.
We view design and innovation first as a mindset, a way of thinking creatively and iteratively about how to solve problems with people and complex systems at the center.
What we want our students to gain from these experiences is this comfort with ambiguity and with not easily knowing what the answer is.
Our master's graduates are going to face open-ended and complex challenges to which there are no easy answers.
Climate challenges aren't going to be solved by just engineers or just people with an environmental management degree. You know, it really requires collaboration between so many different disciplines, developing solutions that address the needs of the present without compromising future generations.
So I think the master's students really bring specific intent to get technology into the world and to have an impact on people's lives. And so while they're here, we can really add to that fire and equip them with the latest technologies, techniques, processes, and a network of experts who can really help them make that impact in a short time.
A large part of human-centered design is understanding and observing. So where we start is with the patient.
It's not an academic environment. You actually go into interviewing people, talking to real people and real problems that they face on a day-to-day basis, and then you actually ideate solutions and systems.
And when you combine the technical expertise with the human factors, you can create solutions that will really work and be implemented.
I work with student teams as well as internal and external clients to conceptualize a product, design and prototype the product, and actually develop it.
A marketplace for
the experiences I've had here allowed me to see more of that pipeline, especially the beginning with brainstorming and ideating and actually developing a concept for a product before you sort of go into engineering.
Our big, bold vision is that every single student who sets foot on Duke's campus will have an experience in innovation and entrepreneurship while they're here, because we believe it's transformative. We believe that thinking and acting entrepreneurially is a way of being in the world, it's a way of problem solving, and we think every single student can benefit from that.
Our program has a heavy emphasis, for example, on community-based innovation. Working with actual communities here in Durham and other parts of the state and country, so that students have exposure to a broad set of stakeholders that are going to be impacted by our solutions.
And to me, that's really what design is about. Thinking about how do we make sure that everyone is at the table when we come together to start solving these most pressing challenges.
What's really special about Duke is its size and the close nature of the community here that allows us to do really cool things.
Game design is something that requires a lot of technical capability, but also understanding human-centric design and other disciplines such as art, music that are a crucial part of what games are. There's a lot of support from administration for faculty members like myself to reach out to other disciplines and work in collaborative projects.
It's unlike a capstone experience where you might be given a project or a project scope for you. You actually have to go out and find that project. So you're talking to people from all these disciplines. You're scoping the project. So there's less structure, but there's a whole lot more support.
My teachers, my fellow students, they're encouraging me to think beyond what I had thought in the past. Sometimes it's best to rethink the process from the ground up.
When I came into the innovation collab and just looking at the wall of 3D printers, I was like perplexed because it was something really new to me. I haven't seen that before, and getting an access to use it was amazing.
They said, I've never really been a coder. This is new to me at Duke. And suddenly you're showing me that not only can I code, but I can, in one weekend, build a whole product.
And so I think what I've learned here at Duke is really being part of the entire process, being empowered and being confident and contributing to sort of that conversation. So I think in that way, Duke provides a very supportive atmosphere for, growing as a design and innovative leader.
So that's something that I'm going to implement in my long-term career goals when I come out, is that feedback that I get between my stakeholder and what I'm actually doing, because I like to see how what I'm doing impacts people. I think that's what makes it meaningful.
And we're really making sure they have a really solid foundation and a really solid community that they can connect with and know that they have that support network here, both from our staff and their fellow students. Our goal is ultimately to provide students with what they need to be academically successful while they're here, to be informed in their job search, and ultimately to find a career that makes them really happy.
To me, what's special about this community is it doesn't feel like we're competing with each other. Instead, it feels like we're building each other up to be our best. And we cheer each other on, and we celebrate when somebody has a win.